Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, November 7th through Sunday, November 13th. And there's quite a lot more aspects, major aspects this week, okay? First one is on Tuesday, November 8th. The Sun in Scorpio conjuncts Mercury in Scorpio. And on the same day, Mercury in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. On Wednesday, November 9th, the Sun in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. On Thursday, November 10th, Mercury in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. And on the same day, Venus in Aquarius trines Neptune in Pisces. On Friday, November 11th, the Sun in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. On Saturday, November 12th, Mercury in Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces. And on Sunday, November 13th, Venus in Scorpio sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So there's a lot more transits this week, right? So thank you so much to my subscribers for sticking with me and liking and sharing and commenting on my video. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. You can also check out the links below in the description box. One is to my website where you can get more information on the services that I offer for astrology. And there's also something called Ask Me a Question. It's for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. And there's also a link there to my email address, which is actually just easier to email me and ask me whatever it is you want to know there. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi, Gemini. So on Tuesday, November 8th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 6th house conjuncts Mercury in Scorpio in your 6th house. And on the same day, Mercury in Scorpio, right, opposes the planet Uranus in Taurus in your 12th house. And on Wednesday, November 9th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 6th house also opposes Uranus in your 12th house, okay, of Taurus. So you know, the 6th house is the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule. It's your house of health, small pets, your daily routine, house of service, okay? I would have to say that, you know, something is going on, let's say, in the workplace. It could be in regards to your company. There could be some kind of shakeup that's going on there that you know about. It's a secret. Maybe you accidentally found out about it, or someone did pull you aside to let you know something's up, something's going on. Maybe there's a big layoff coming. I have to say this simply because Jupiter has moved back into Pisces for a little while, and where you have Pisces in your chart is your 10th house of your career. So when Jupiter's transiting here, you usually get some kind of promotion or a new position, period, even if it's with another company. Or if you're self-employed, you get new clients or something or other, okay? But there's just something going on that that you know behind the scenes, whether or not you're supposed to know it or not, okay? But having Jupiter in your 10th house, there could have been a higher up that pulled you aside to let you know that something's going to happen, let's say like in January, because companies always start the year off with something new, right? A new policy or just new anything, but that there could be some kind of big massive layoff going on, but you're not you're not going to be laid off. You're going to be promoted. And it could even be that they're getting rid of somebody that is a higher up, and maybe you are taking over their position. Something or other, okay, is going on in the workplace. And these oppositions are in your house of secrets, 12th house, behind the scenes actions by you or someone else. Knowledge that, you know, secrets, someone could like confide in you at this time. It could even be, it doesn't necessarily have to be about work. Somebody could tell you, let's say, something about their health, or there could be even something about your own health that you know, discover kind of like at this time, and maybe you're not telling anyone about it. You know, it's just your business. It doesn't have to be good or bad news. It's just something that's yours alone, you know, to know. Okay. On Thursday, November 10th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 6th house squares Saturn transiting in Aquarius in your 9th house. And on Friday, November 11th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 6th house also squares Saturn in your 9th house of Aquarius. So, you know, I always say, because the 9th house is many things, it's a big communication and travel house, but usually like foreign travel, or foreigners, people from another country, a completely different culture or background than yours. It's also the house of higher learning, education, you know, universities and whatever, languages. It's the house of it being travel, but space, even outer space. Okay, the house of adventure. Having Saturn here does mean that a lot of times maybe it was hard for you to travel. Even if you did have to travel, possibly for work, it was like a real pain in the ass. Things didn't go smoothly there, or once you got to your destination, it was like real like Spartan kind of living, you know, like the barest necessities, you know, it wasn't the most luxurious trip. Okay. So it just could be something like that, possibly. Maybe you do have to even take a class for work. You have to learn something, new software, or there's a new client coming in. They are a foreigner, and they refuse to speak whatever language you speak. It's up to you to learn their language, you know, whatever. Something like that, okay? On Thursday, November 10th, Venus in Scorpio in your 6th house, okay, trines Neptune transiting in your 10th house of Pisces. And on Saturday, November 12th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 6th house, also trines Neptune and Pisces in your 10th house of your career and your public persona. How you're known by reputation, professionally and personally. So work that you have done or are currently doing is getting you a lot of attention. It's bringing in new business, possibly. It could be the reason that you are getting some kind of promotion or recognition. Okay, so you know, could be even just attracting new clients. Okay. On Sunday, November 13th, the Venus in Scorpio in your 6th house, 6th house, Pluto transiting in your 8th house of Capricorn. So, you know, having Venus in your 6th house does bring about pleasant relationships at work, you know, or with your coworkers, or even with clients, whatever. But the sextile to Pluto in your 8th house of other people's money and resources, it just means that maybe, you know, it might not be something really big, but your benefits could increase in some way, especially health insurance. Or it could be a bonus, maybe, bonus payout. But 8th house is other people's money and resources, refunds of some kind, legacies and inheritances. But I'd have to say this is money coming to you from some kind of work that you're doing or have done already. Okay, so for Pisces, on Tuesday, November 8th, the Sun in Scorpio conjuncts Mercury in Scorpio in your 9th house, where you have Scorpio. On the same day, Mercury in Scorpio opposes Uranus transiting in your 3rd house of Taurus. On Wednesday, November 9th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 9th house also opposes Uranus in your 3rd house of Taurus, okay? So both of these houses are communication and travel houses. You know, if you were trying to travel somewhere, there could be like little slip-ups at this time. you know, possibly like third house is like local travel, or, you know, just overnighter or a weekend or a day trip or something like that. Ninth house is like long distance, anything, you know. But if you were trying to do, let's say, like, even just go visiting nearby, there could be little bumps in the road there, you know. Even if you're taking like a road trip, there could be detours of some kind, just some unplanned, unforeseen things occurring, possibly in traveling, while traveling, okay? Like forgetting your tickets or your money or whatever at home, or something or other. But as far as communications go, you could hear from someone who lives in another country, okay? Ninth house is foreign people, countries, languages, cultures, everything. You know, you could just get a long distance communication of some kind that could be surprising. It could be information you weren't expecting even, okay? Third house is all forms of communication, especially local postal mail. Postal mail, okay, and email and voicemail, text message, all that stuff. But it's like possibly getting some kind of, you know, letter in the mail, or even a package that maybe doesn't even belong to you. Could belong to a neighbor. You know, so you could accidentally, you know, learn something about them, like from the package or from the letter that went to you instead of them, or you could even find out that somebody has your mail. You know, they just never got around to giving it to you, but it went to them by accident. You know, or something. You know, something could just show up in your regular, everyday postal mail that is, you know, kind of surprising. But a lot of times this is, you know, your third house, your everyday life. You know, places you would go, throughout the normal course of your day, people you would meet or encounter, especially like neighbors. But you could have like a sudden, you know, conversation with someone that's pretty interesting that could actually turn into a little bit of an argument. This could even happen like with a sibling or other relatives, like cousins, aunts and uncles, stuff like that, because your views and your opinions are different. You know, whatever. It's just something that escalates. You hadn't started out that way, but it ends up in like a little bit of an argument of some kind. On Thursday, well, I do have to say, at least you know where this person stands, though. Okay, there's no mystery there, right? Now, so it could actually be pretty important if this is a person that you're close to. Okay. On Thursday, November 10th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 9th house squares Saturn in your 12th house of Aquarius. And on Friday, November 11th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 9th house also squares Saturn in your 12th house of Aquarius. So I think I've mentioned this before. Excuse me. Or no, maybe not. Whatever. Anyway, your 9th house being like your philosophy on life, your religious, spiritual beliefs, your opinions, your political views, things like that, okay? You know, there is someone that possibly that, you know, you just don't see eye to eye on anything, but you can't get away from them because you're related to them in some way or other. So this person possibly makes you feel like inadequate in some way, or makes you feel like you should be ashamed of your views or your opinions, that you should believe the way they do, or, you know, whatever. But it's something you come off like it doesn't bother you, but in a way it does. Their opinion of you or whatever. Or there's just something like really annoying about them that you're unable to come back with a good reply to whatever smart remark they might make to you. Okay. Let's see. On Saturday, I'm sorry, again on Thursday, November 10th, though, Venus in Scorpio in your 9th house trines Neptune transiting in your, where is, oh, sorry, in your 1st house, okay? of Pisces, and on Saturday, November 12th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 9th house also trines Neptune in your 1st house. Okay, so there's actually things here, you know, whatever, your intelligence, your opinions, whatever, they're, your viewpoint is actually enhancing your outer personality. Like you're being commended for whatever, possibly even just knowledge that you have. It could be personal knowledge, or it could be from an educational background that you have. But you know your stuff, you know, so you know, people may even go to you for your opinion on something just due to the fact as to how much you do know. Okay. On Sunday, November 13th, Venus in Scorpio in your 9th house sextiles Pluto in your 11th house of Capricorn. So your 11th house is your most sociable house. It's socializing in person or on social media, and you could actually be doing that right now. Whatever it is, you know, you could be out in person, you know, like visiting with your friends, going to see a live show or something or other. But it could be someone just like back in town visiting from your group of friends. Maybe it's somebody that you guys don't see all the time. You know, it could also be meeting someone new, possibly, like on social media, that is from another country. You could even be joining a group right now online. Whatever, though, you have a very nice rapport with people right now, the crowd you hang out with, or even new people that are coming into your life. So, for Scorpio, all the planets are in your sign pretty much. Right? On Tuesday, November 8th, the sun in your 1st house conjuncts Mercury in your 1st house in Scorpio. And on the same day, Mercury in your 1st house opposes Uranus and Taurus in your 7th house. And on Wednesday, November 9th, the sun in your 1st house also opposes Uranus and Taurus in your 7th house of partnerships and close friends, close relationships, business, romantic, friendship. This is the house of competition or competitors, open enemies, contracts, any kind of arrangement or agreement that you have with someone. And apparently that's up for review right now. You know, with the sun conjunct Mercury in your 1st house, I'd have to say that you are the one that's initiating a lot of communication at this time with someone that, you know, it needs to be discussed. So it is, excuse me, a close relationship. So you feel that you should be able to, you know, discuss whatever you want to, even though it could actually turn into a bit of an argument. Either way, though, you know, you'll get your point across. They'll clearly understand what you're talking about, and vice versa. You know, you're not the only one getting whatever off your chest. Okay, so somebody could come at you at this time too, a total surprise even, that you weren't expecting, and it could even be just like their actions, or something that they say that just catches you off guard. So you could be surprised by whatever happens right now in a business partnership, romantic partnership, or with a close friend or a competitor. Okay. On Thursday, November 10th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 1st house. Okay, squares Saturn transiting in Aquarius in your 4th house. And on Friday, November 11th, the sun in your 1st house also squares Saturn in Aquarius in your 4th house of your home, where you physically live, the property surrounding it. It's your immediate family, or a roommate if you live with someone else. It's also your personal life, your childhood and how you were raised. It's your like foundation. Okay. The square from you know, your 1st house of your personality just means that there are things about your home or your home life, okay, or even just your personal life that are weighing you down in some way. You know, you may have purchased a home that isn't worth what it was when you bought it, just because of all of like inflation and whatever here in America, and the price of everything going up, or that it's become a burden of some kind. Or it could be that you're living with someone that is just like really draining. You don't want to. If this is a roommate, you're really wanting to get away from them. There could just be like problems at home, but it could also be with family, or somewhere in your personal life. Okay. Also on Thursday, November 10th, Venus in your first house, okay, trines Neptune in Pisces in your fifth house. And on Sunday, November 13th, Venus in Scorpio in your first house. I'm sorry. On Saturday, November 12th, Mercury in Scorpio in your first house, also trines Neptune in your fifth house of Pisces. So, this is really nice. Fifth house is the house of fun and entertainment, sports, games, gambling, children, anything to do with children, but it's a big romance and creative house. Okay, so I would have to say things are going pretty well there. If not in any other place of your life. Jupiter has moved back into Pisces, so it's here in this fifth house, So if you had started some kind of relationship with someone, like at the beginning of this year when Jupiter first entered Pisces and whatever, I forget what month it did, but anyways, and maybe it kind of slowed down or petered out or whatever, So now that Jupiter's back here, that very same romance could come back into the picture. So you could kind of pick up where you left off with someone. You might even have that kind of relationship with someone. It's up and down, whenever they're in town and you guys can get together, or vice versa. It's not an ongoing, steady arrangement. It's just excuse me, it's almost like one of those same time next year kind of thing, when you only see each other whenever. Okay. On Sunday, November 13th, Venus in your first house, okay, sextiles Pluto in your third house of Capricorn. So this is happening in like your local area, your third house, okay? It's your neighbors, your neighborhood, siblings, cousins, places you go, businesses you go to, wherever you go to hang out, kind of. And having Venus in your first house is making you very popular. If you were trying to get, your neighbors or anyone to agree with you at this time, looks like they're ready to listen to you more now than they would at any other time, just because of Venus being in your first house. So if you needed to like influence people as to some kind of outcome, you won't do it like a big you won't affect large groups of people all that much, okay? But even if you get to like one or two people, you influence them in some way for the better, then that's good. That's good. You've accomplished something, okay? For Aries, on Tuesday, November 8th, the Sun in Scorpio in your, where are we here? Oh, your 8th house, okay, conjuncts Mercury in Scorpio in your 8th house. On the same day, Mercury in Scorpio in your 8th house opposes Uranus transiting in your second house of Taurus. And on Wednesday, November 9th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 8th house also opposes Uranus in your second house of Taurus. Okay, so both of these are the money houses. So I've already told, whoever, let's see here, who would have, like Libra. Yeah, it would be Libra, your opposite sign, okay, who has these same houses being affected, but the signs are on different places, okay? But they do have the second and 8th house opposition going on just like you do. So what I always say is, as far as hard aspects, which is what the oppositions are, Some conjunctions are also, but in this case, we're going to take the oppositions, okay? What they're good for is for bringing about a win of some kind. Eighth house is, excuse me, prize money. Okay, eighth house is money coming to you through means other than earning it. So it could be for any reason, you know. The eighth house is other people's resources and money. It could be jointly held property and bank accounts and credit cards that you hold with someone else. And your second house is your earned income, where you have the planet Uranus, and your income like kind of fluctuates whenever Uranus is here. It's like feast or famine sometimes, and this could be one of those times. So the opposition, though, is someone, or even some financial institution, you know, trying to get money out of you, a creditor or a bank, you know, I don't know, coming after you about a loan, or changing the terms even of your loan. Excuse me. So, you know, if I were you, though, I would play the lottery, okay? Nothing big, but that's what oppositions are good for, though, you know, bringing about some kind of win. You know, you need a hard aspect other than these soft ones that everybody thinks is going to work in their favor. Sometimes they're too weak on their own. Okay, on Thursday, November 10th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 8th house squares Saturn, transiting in Aquarius in your 11th house. And on Friday, November 11th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 8th house also squares Saturn in your 11th house of Aquarius. I can't believe my throat. Excuse me. I'm at the very end here, and this keeps happening, even though I don't have water near me right now. Okay, anyway, just bear with me, please, if I lose my voice. So, Saturn in your 11th house of your friends and acquaintances. It's your most sociable house. It's any kind of organization that you belong to. It's your house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. I think I've mentioned this before, that there is someone possibly in your group of friends. It could be a close friend, could just be an acquaintance. It could be someone in an organization that you belong to that tries to block your progress, like in every way. You know, if it's a friend, they don't like to see you being so popular, you know, with like other people, or on social media, because the 11th house is one of the social media houses. So, you could actually, though, in some way or other, there's something going on with your friends in regards to money. You know, you may have someone that has borrowed money from you. They owe you money, okay? Maybe they're avoiding you because of that. Maybe you're not able to track them down or something or other, and you may end up even running into them by accident somewhere. But they may be trying to avoid you because they owe you money, or they have something of yours that belongs to you and you want it back, okay? Could be vice versa, though, that you have something of someone's, but it's because they more than likely gave it to you. They either lent it to you, or they actually gave it to you because you could use it. Maybe they weren't using it anymore. Anyways, this friend or associate could be like kind of pissed about that, you know, because they thought they would be the one that would be on the receiving end of whatever it is that you are getting, okay? On Thursday, November 10th, Venus in Scorpio in your 8th house trines Neptune, transiting in your 12th house of Pisces. And on Saturday, November 12th, Venus in Scorpio in your 8th house also trines, Mercury. Mercury in Scorpio in your 8th house also trines Neptune in your 12th house. So Venus and Mercury in your 8th trines Neptune in your 12th house of secrets and behind the scenes occurrences, you know. by you or someone else. Jupiter is back here now. It's in your 12th house of Pisces for a little while. So when it was here originally, the beginning of this year, you may have been getting help from someone. It could have been financial help, and if it wasn't, maybe that's what's going on right now, is someone is giving you access to whatever it is they have, and one of those things could be money. With these planets being in your 8th house right now of other people's resources and money. So maybe this person was there at the beginning of this transit of Jupiter in your 12th house, and then they weren't around anymore, or whatever happened, and now they're back. Or these, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be circumstances that are in your favor, but they're kind of like secret. It's like you're getting help behind the scenes. A lot of times people aren't even aware that there is somebody there that is helping them, that's looking out for them, even if it's just excuse me, putting in a good word for them or looking out for their best interest. So this could be something like that, where you have like a little, I don't know, secret angel or something, you know, looking out for you. Okay, on Sunday, November 13th, Venus in Scorpio in your 8th house, sextiles Pluto, transiting in your 10th house of Capricorn. And, you know, your 10th house is your career, your most public house, how you're known by reputation, personally and professionally. It's like your personal status and whatever. So, you know, somebody could be, you know, having Venus in your 8th house is attracting money or resources to you. So you could get a little bit of a benefit, not like something really big, but because of your personal reputation, your status, your clout, or it could be professional for like your professional reputation also. But to me, it looks like someone's, you know, could even be like a bank or something, you know, giving you extra credit or extra more money on a loan, or a credit card company even giving you more credit because of your reputation, you know, because of, and not just like a credit report. So somebody, you know, is just giving you the benefit of the doubt based on your reputation that precedes you.